My son keeps talking about his life as a farmer before he was a baby. Is this a sign of reincarnation? Indeed, I was attending a group meeting at our local preschool when a parent asked a renowned children's psychologist the same question. Her son was claiming that he used to live in Africa. The psychologist suggested that it was a fantasy, but fantasies are good for children. He must have been watching a TV show. I raised my hand. Actually, what the child is saying is echoed in the research I've been doing on the topic. Many children remember previous lifetimes, not all do, but many do up to the age of 8 when the skulls harden and it appears reception drops off. She scoffed and waved her hand. You're just working on a movie. I was working on a film with the NYPD detective heard about my research and pulled me into a room. He was an advisor on set. He wanted my advice on why his daughter was talking about reincarnation. I suggested he ask her to take out a map of the country and ask her to tell him what she was talking about. The next day he came in and said, I bought a map of Australia. She pointed to Perth and said she was a farmer in that lifetime, and that her family died during a drought. Then she burst into tears, remembering it. I had already asked him if she had been watching a TV show, didn't own a TV, or had been to Australia, never been outside of Queens. What I suggest to my friends is to ask neutral questions and try to hide any reaction to what they're saying. Did you choose mommy and daddy, or did we choose you? It's a simple question. About half of the parents who reported back to me said, my kid asked, is this a trick question? But another half had amazing stories, their children said, with regard to where they met in a previous lifetime. Last time I was the daddy and you were my child. We all reincarnate. It's not anything special at all. We all choose to come here and we all bring about a third of our conscious energy with us. 2/3 is always back home or doing something else. Not some kids, all kids. We choose our parents, they choose us. Just ask, did you choose me or did I choose you? They know if you aren't afraid to ask the question. Further, you can ask details about those lifetimes if they want to talk about it. They will, but you can ask questions you don't know the answer to, like, what was it like where we used to live before you came to me? Do you remember any of your friends? Your parents back then? Do you remember a city or place? The trick is not to be too invested in the answers. What? No way, you're making this up. In my own family, both children remember details about their previous journeys to the planet. I recounted what our son said in the book, Flipside. He doesn't remember saying any of that now. After the age of 8, they forget about it. But thankfully, my wife was there to hear the same things. Again, you don't have to treat your child any differently. After all, they chose you to be who you are with them, as you did with your own folks. But it is enlightening to realize that they are fully realized beings prior to coming here, and while they are here, they may have some access to their previous lives, and you can as well if you seek to help. If you seek the help of a hypnotherapist trained in these concepts. I recommend those trained by the Newton Institute because I've filmed so many of them. This is not my theory, belief, or opinion. I've filmed 45 deep hypnosis cases and 5 more of my own. I've examined thousands of accounts from Dr. Helen Wambach and Michael Newton. If you want to see some accounts from other parents, I recommend Carol Bowman's Children's Past Lives, or the books of Dr. Jim Tucker at UVA. They're evidentiary accounts, not about why or how these facts are accurate, just that these children have proven what they're saying about their own memories. Finally, appreciate what you've just learned from your child. We don't die, we still exist. We come back. It's cyclical and it's fun. And we do it because we love this place and help them to appreciate it as well. So when the time comes, we can return to a clean place with fresh water, air, and earth.